Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about your sixth chapter in grammar, that is verbs. We have already studied about the sentences in which you saw that a sentence contains a noun or a subject, verb, and an object or predicate. So here you could see, if you read a sentence, you find that verb forms a very important part of a sentence. Without a verb, a sentence cannot get its meaning. Now today we will see what is a verb. The meaning of the word verb in Hindi is kriyapad. Kriya means action. So we can say that a verb is a word that is used in a sentence to indicate the position और कंडीशन ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट, या तो सब्जेक्ट की पोजीशन दिखाता है सेंटेंस में, टू डिनोट द एक्शन ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट, यानी कि सब्जेक्ट जो सेंटेंस का है वो क्या क्रिया करता है, क्या एक्शन करता है, दैट इज शोन बाय द वर्ब, और व्हाट इज possessed by the subject. So the verb in a sentence mainly shows the action in a sentence. So a verb can also be called an action word in a sentence. So let us see one example. She served the poor and the sick. So here the word served in the sentence tells us what she is doing, means it tells us about the action, her action, what she does. She serves the poor and the sick. So the word which shows the action in a sentence, that is called a verb. Now let us see something about the types of verbs. Transitive verb, a verb that needs an object to complete its meaning, is called a transitive verb. That means कि उसको कोई object की जरूरत पड़ती है to complete the meaning of the sentence. So that is a transitive verb. Let us see the example. He packed the bag. So here if we say only he packed, we do not get the complete meaning of the sentence. It needs the help of the object to complete the meaning. Now the next one is intransitive verbs. A verb that does not require an object to complete its meaning is called an intransitive verb. A verb itself makes the complete sense in a sentence. The match was won. So was won. It makes the complete sense and it gives us the meaning of the sentence. So it is an intransitive verb. Verbs of incomplete predication. Verbs which need the help of some words, it may be either an adjective or an adverb, to complete their meaning, are called verbs of incomplete predication. For example, the sun shone brightly. So here the verb is shone, which needs to complete the meaning, it needs the help of some other part of speech. So it is called the verbs of incomplete predication. Now we will see the chief or the main parts of a verb. The chief parts of a verb are: first, the present tense, that is the first form of the in a sentence. For example, go. The past tense, that is the second form. For example, went. Then the next one is the past participle, that is the third form of the verb. The example we have taken it as gone. So now when we change the parts or the form of the, if we want to change the form, the tense of the sentence, by knowing the verb or by seeing the verb, we can know in which tense the sentence is said. So they are called the chief parts of a verb because we can form all the other parts with their help and we can recognize the tense of that particular sentence. Now we will see about the main or principal verbs. The base form of the verb. जो वर्ब सेंटेंस में एक्शन दिखाता है, एक्शन सेंटेंस में क्या हो रहा है वो पता चलता है सेंटेंस वो वर्ड से, दैट और द प्रिंसिपल वर्ब, it is called the principal verb and it could be changed according to the other words in a sentence, according to the tense in a sentence. Now the next one is the auxiliary or helping verbs. The word helping verbs, it clearly shows that it is written along with the main verb and they are changed according to the tenses or to show the manner of action expressed by the principal verb. So this verb is written along with the principal verb mainly to show the tenses of the action. They are also used to form questions and negative sentences. Some of the main auxiliary verbs are be, has, do and can, which can be changed according to the tense in a sentence. Now we will see about the strong and weak verbs. Weak verbs are those which form their past tense by adding ed or d or t to its present form. For example, capture, we can add d to form its past tense, that is captured. Achieve, ed, that is achieved. Bend, bent. Now the strong verbs, they form their past tense by changing the inside vowels of the present tense. From stand, if we want to make the past tense, we can change the a to double o and make it as stood. From give, we change the I vowel and make it to a, that is give, gave. Blow, there we change o into e and change it into past tense and the spelling is blew. So this way, these are the strong and the weak verbs. Now we will see about the formation of verbs, how they are formed, from which other parts of the speech. We can form verb from adjectives. For example, the word large. Large is an adjective, so when we change it into verb, it becomes enlarge. From fresh, refresh. Then we can also form the verbs from nouns. For example, let us take the example of the word friend, befriend, beauty, beautify. Then verbs may be formed with the help of some common prefixes. By adding prefixes means by adding some words like be. If we add be to some other word like head, then the verb form of head becomes behead. Then en if we add to the word courage, which is a noun, then it becomes encourage, which is the verb form. Now verbs may also be formed by adding suffix. That means it is to a word. For example, apology. If we word the suffix ise by removing the word y, we add ise, then it becomes apologize, which is the verb form. Bright, en we add at the end of the word and it becomes brighten, which is the verb form of bright.